Hello everybody, how's it going? Our lesson today is about strings. What is string? A string is a collection of characters, many characters together. It's created for us a string. For example, character A, character P, character C. Together these characters give us string. And string also is array of characters. What is array? Array will explain it in the future lessons in this course. We will know what is array exactly in the future lessons of this course. And also many of you ask me in a group, in a Telegram group, they ask me when they let the compiler read a data from the user through the console screen, for example, full name. If I want to let the compiler read my full name through the console screen, Sam space Adam space Alex, the compiler will display or print just the first name of my full name. It will not display for me, for example, Adam and Alex with the spaces between the middle name and last name. Why? Because this is also a problem. It's called getline. We'll solve it in this lesson, and we'll solve also some problems belong to string data type. So let's go to see what is string. A string values are a contents or collection of characters, as I say just right now, surrounded by double quotes. It's double quotation. We already used it before. We used before string. String also is an array of characters, and as I said, we will know what is array in the future lessons of this course. All right, I have here a small example, small program, hashtag include iStream, hashtag include string using namespace std, and here I define string data type and I declare variable my string equal double quotation. I put inside this two double quotation a text. The text here or the string, it's about English letter or English alphabet, English language alphabet. It's from A to Z. To know the length or the size of this string, I will write this syntax: my string dot length, two brackets. Don't forget to put two brackets after length word. All right, my string dot length, two brackets. What it will give me? It will give me the number of these characters inside the string. How many characters or how many letters belong to English language? 26. So compiler will print or display for me on console screen 26, because the English language alphabets are 26 from A to Z. All right, my string dot length, two brackets or parentheses, dot length brackets, from where it's come. Dot length two brackets, this method, from where it's come? It's come from my string variable that is belong to string data type. The string actually is object. There is object. It's mean that this string data type inside a lot of methods and many things. It will help me in my code if I call them. For example, here I call dot length, two brackets. It's helped me to bring the length of this string, the English letter alphabet from A to Z. And there is also another one, dot size. Also, it's give me the same results. It's give me the size of this text or of this string. So there is a lot of methods inside the string or inside the object string that it's helped me if I call them when I need them. All right, and here my string of 2 if I want to get the position of any character. For example, if I want to get the position of character C to print or display on console screen character C, I will write the syntax, or the syntax will be like this. I will use the variable name, my string of square bracket. This is not curly bracket or parentheses, it's square bracket of 2. Why 2? Because as we said in the C++ programming language, the index of enum or string starts from 0. So a letter or a character, its position 0. B character is position 1. C character is position 2. For that, the compiler, when I write this syntax, my string of 2, the compiler will print or display for me on the console screen letter C. If I change this 2 to 3, the compiler will display for me on console screen D. If I change this number to 0, compiler will print for me A. And here I define another string data type and I give it a name, I declare variable and I give it a name S1 equal 10, comma, second variable S2 equal 20. So these two values, 10 and 20, as a string, as a text, assigned to these two variables that belongs to string data type. And here I define one more time string data type. I declare variable S3 equal S1 plus S2. When I did here S1 plus S2, the compiler will not account these numbers, will not account the values, the strings, as a number, not take them as a numbers. The compiler will do here concatenation, something called concatenation, which means will stick the numbers to each other, will stick them to each other, and the compiler will print for me 10 and next to it 20. So the compiler not print for me 30. Why? Because compiler treat or take the string values 10 and 20 as a string, as a text, and put them next to each other. Compiler might take them as a numbers. So this plus operator here, it doesn't do any additions. It just do concatenation between two string values and put them next to each other. For example, if I change this number 10 to A and I change this number 20 to B, the compiler will put A next to it B. We'll stick them to each other. We'll do concatenation. So here, if I did C out less than S3, the compiler will print for me 10, 20, not 30. If I want to let the compiler do addition, take them as a math, do process as a math on these two numbers, I will convert them. I will do conversion as we take in the previous lesson. I will define another data type, integer, and declare a variable, name it sum, for example, equal stoy, string to integer. Between the two brackets, I will put s1 variable that actually stores inside it number 10. Here the compiler will understand that I want to convert the string value, which is 10, to integer. And plus, I use the stoy keyword. I want to convert the s2 variable value to integer. So compiler now will understand that I want to convert the two string values to integer, and after that do sum or addition on them. So stoy between two brackets s1 plus stoy between two brackets s2. So 10 plus 20. If I print sum, or if I use this syntax C out less than sum, I call it sum, compiler will print or display for me on console screen 30. Let's go to code on Visual Studio now to see how this program going to work. All right, this is our program. We have here hashtag include iStream, hashtag include string, and don't forget to include string library or header files if you want to deal with the string things. And here we have string, my string equal the letter of English inside this string. And if you want to get the length or the size of this string, we will use this syntax. My string, we will use the name of the variable, dot length, and two brackets. And don't forget to write two brackets because you will face error in your program. And also we have many methods because we say dot length brackets. It belongs to my string variable that's belong to string data type. And string data type, you said it's object, and object is mean that inside it a lot of methods and many things that is going to help us in our program when we need it. For example, here we have dot length, and also we have another method belong to string data type, for example dot size, and also two brackets to not face error in your program. Dot size also to give you the same result of dot length. All right, and if you want to get the position of any letters in this string, for example C, we will use the syntax my string of square bracket. We will put the number of the position of this letter, for example here 2, and close with square bracket. Compiler will print letter C. Why letter C? Because the position of letter C inside the string is at position number 2, 0, A, B, 2, and C letter C at position 2. And here we define string s1 equal 10, comma s2 equal 20, and these two values that belong to the string variables, the compiler will take them as a text. For example, if I want to print them or display on console screen, the compiler will do concatenation for them. If I put these two values of these two variables s1 and s2, I do s1 plus s2, the compiler will take them as a text. Will do concatenation for these two values and will stick them to each other. It will not do any math on them or add them to each other. For example, 10 plus 20 should give us 30, but because they are string values, the compiler will give us 10 and next to it 20. So if I call s3, compiler will print 10, 20, compiler stick them to each other as I said before. But if I want to convert them, or I want to compiler do addition or use the plus operator as addition as a number, take them as a number, so I should to convert them. Like here, integer sum equals toy, s1 plus toy, s2 toy, which means string to integer, so we convert the first value of this variable string s1 to integer, and the second value of this variable s2 to integer, and after that we add them to each other. So if we call sum here, compiler will give us 30. Let's do run to this program to see the result. Compiler should give us 26 for the string length and give us C1020 exactly. For the first line of code, the length of my string is 26 letters. Letter C at position 2, 10 and 20. The compiler do concatenation for these two values of the string, S1 and S2. After we convert them to integer, the compiler add them and give us the final result is 30. And if you want to change these values 10 and 20 to another things, for example, text, letters, A, B, and here C, D, the compiler will give you error. Why compiler will give you error? Because you change the value of the text to letters, and here you come, you tell the compiler convert these letters to integer. It's not work like this. Let us do run, see what we're going to face. We will face error now. It's called out of range. Compiler will open the library of the string that I don't want you to play with it at all. I just want to show you how it looks like the error. Perfect. The compiler give you error here. Stoy argument out of range, which means the stoy argument is not work. It's out of range because you change the, let us close this window first. You change the value of these strings from numbers to letters, and at the same time you tell the compiler convert these letters to integer. It's not going to work like this. For that, make sure that the values are numbers to let the program work perfectly. Now if we get back to program and we return the values to numbers, and here for example change it from dot length to dot size, and we did run, should give me the same size of the string, the length of the string. Perfect. As we said, it just methods exist inside string data type, and string data type is object, which means that inside a lot of methods and a lot of things that's helping our program when I need it. So dot length is same like dot size. Don't forget to do two brackets. So the length of my string is 26, same like dot length, and the position of letter C, it's number 2, so it's give me C 1020, and again the program work perfectly again when we return the values of string to numbers and letters, and it's give me 30 because 10 plus 20 is 30. Let's get back to our slides to take the solution of the problem read string with spaces. All right, now we will have read string with spaces and solve the getline problem. The getline, actually the getline method, the getline function is solve the problem to read whole string with spaces when we read it from the user through the console screen without any problems. We use getline to solve this problem, but the getline itself, it has problem also. We will solve it in this lesson. So let's get back to Visual Studio to see what is getline and how we'll solve the problem of getline. All right, this is our program, and many of you asked me in the group of Telegram that when they let the compiler read a full name or whole text with spaces from the user through the console screen, the compiler takes just the first word or the first name. Let's do run to understand this program. We have in string full name, cout please enter a full name, cin full name to store what we read from the user through the console screen, and store it here in full name, the empty variable that's belong to data string data type. After that we print it with cout object. So now the compiler will display for us the question that we actually write in our program here. Cout less than please enter a full name. It's display here on console screen. Please enter a full name. All right, I will enter my full name, Sam space Adam space Alex. Of course, I couldn't make my first name, middle name, and last name stick to each other. I should make spaces. For that, the getline is solved to read the full name, the full text, or the whole text with the spaces. So now when I press enter to let the compiler display it or print it across the screen, the value that it takes from me, Sam space Adam space Alex, the compiler will give me just Sam, not fake Adam and space Alex. It doesn't take it. So the compiler print from the S, A, M, and the first space, it doesn't take it, Adam doesn't take it, and also the space Alex, it doesn't take it. So how to solve this problem? We will use something called getline. We will erase this. We will use this syntax. We will write getline, open brackets, and cn inside the getline of brackets, comma, and the name of the variable full name. All right, semicolon, don't forget. Now, if we did run, the compiler will read from the user from me. I'm as a user now. Insert my full name to the compiler to print it or display it on console screen. Now compiler will take the full name and display it or print it on the console screen as it. Sam space Adam space Alex. Press enter. Sam, Adam, Alex with the spaces. So getline solved this problem. But there is another problem in case we create another variables. For example, here string city, semicolon, will not assign any value for the city variable. String country, okay, also will not assign any value for it. We will create same questions for the user to insert the value. For example, here, please enter a full name. No, we already have it. Please enter city name, and we'll erase this. We'll just make it cn greater than city, because we have city variable we create. I will not assign to it any value, semicolon, and down of it also erase this cn greater than country. All right, and semicolon. Here we'll change the text. Please enter country name. But we will put the full name with the get line between these two lines of code. Why? You will see now why. Here I didn't use getline and here I didn't use getline. Why? Because I'm sure that the city name, it will be one word. So I will not need to use getline because I don't need from the compiler to read the whole sentence or the whole text with the spaces, for example, because the city names usually one word and the country as well. So please enter a city name. Compiler will display for us this question. We should insert any city name, and please enter a full name. We should insert our full name or any full name, and same as the country. We come here just to print them all. We will modify this line of code to use cout /n to make space. Full name less than make space here. For example, let us do /, and here we will write here city. We'll change it to city. And here now full name less than another / space / and less than country. Compiler by itself help me here, show me the variable names that I have them in the program. So I'll just press enter and less than and /n for the space. All right. Now if I did run to this program, let's see what kind of problem we're gonna face now, because we use the get line to read the whole name or the whole text with the spaces as we solved it before. But now there is another problem of the get line itself. We will see it now together and we will solve it also right now. All right, compiler display for me the first line of code that we write in our program. Please enter a city name. Please enter a city name, for example, Florida. Once I press enter, the compiler will avoid or will pass please enter a full name. Why? Look, compiler doesn't let me enter my full name. Please enter a full name. I cannot directly jump to the third question. Please enter a country. Why? Because when I press enter on a keyboard, the compiler take this press enter, take it as an empty input, or you take it as input. Compiler take the press enter, the button of enter on the keyboard. When I press on it, compiler take it as an input. For that, the compiler jump directly to the please enter country, for example, America. When I press now enter, compiler will display for me Florida. Full name, it's empty as you see, between two slashes, / and America. So how to solve this problem to let the compiler not take my press of the enter on the keyboard as an input? We will come here before the get line. We will write cin.ignore. You'll find it already here. Open bracket and 1, single quotation, not double quotation, /n semicolon. Now we solve this problem. We tell the compiler when I press enter, avoid it please, don't take it as input, and let me enter my phone name. If you did now run to this program, it will be solve this problem, and I can insert my phone name as a user through the console screen, and I let the compiler print it after that. Perfect. The compiler display for me the first question in our program. Please enter a city, Florida. Again, I press enter. Perfect. The compiler now passed this question like before. Please enter a phone name. Still, I have changed to insert my phone name, Sam, space Adam, space Alex. What solve this problem that the compiler take the full text, it's getline, and what solve the press of enter to not take it as an empty input, it's cin.ignore. All right, so these two lines of code solve for us these problems, and when I press enter, take me to the third question. Please enter a country name, America, and now when I press enter, compiler should display them for me. Perfect. Florida, Sam, Adam, Alex with the spaces, and America. So that was the solution for reading text or string with the spaces, and also the solution to how to let the compiler avoid the press enter and not take it as an empty input. And now let's get back to our slides. We have small homework, and we'll solve it also in this lesson after we see what is the homework. All right, this is our homework. I want you to try the program display on console screen. Please enter string number 1, for example, phone name, Sam, Adam, Alex with spaces, and another question display on the screen for the user. Please enter string 2, number 2, 5, for example. Please enter string number 3, for example, 10. And I want you also to get the length of the string number 1. For example, here my phone name is 13. You can insert your phone name, and I want you to get the length of your phone name or any name you want. And I want you to get the position of some characters in string number 1. For example, here Sam, Adam, Alex. I want you to get the position of this string or your phone name string at these numbers or at these positions, please. 0, 2, 4, 7. 0, it's S here with me, and 2, it's M because the index starts from 0. So 0 S, 1, 2M, okay, 4, it's A. Why? Because S0, A1, M2, and 3, the space. The space is here in the string. Also, it's a count as a position. For that, number 4, it's not space. Number 4 here, it's not, for example, D. Number 4 here, A, because the space is a count as a position number 3. All right? After that, 7, it's M. And also I want you to do concatenation between string 2 and string 3. For example, the string number 2, question number 2, 5, and string number 3, 10. I don't want you to do add. I don't want you to sum them. I want you to do concatenation. Compiler here, what it did when it did concatenation, of course by using plus operator, but the compiler not add them here. The compiler didn't take the numbers and add them to each other and give us 510. It looks like 510, but actually the compiler take 5 and take 10, stick it to 5 and put them next to each other. For that, it looks like 510. So I want you to do concatenation for string 2 and string 3. And after that, I want you to do math. I want you to take the 5, multiply 10, equal 50, or depends about the number that you insert them under question number 2 and under question number 3, or string number 2, string number 3. I want you to do math in the end and give me the final result. And now let's go to the homework solution. We will solve this homework together right now. Let's go to Visual Studio and see how we're gonna solve it. All right, this is our homework solution. We have here string 1, string 2, string 3. We display this question for the user. Cout, please enter string number 1. We use getline cin, and we put after that the string variable because we want to take from the user in this first question the full name with spaces, like a whole string with the spaces. For that I use getline, but here because I'm sure that I'll just enter a number in the string number 2, so I use it without getline cin directly. Okay, and same with the third question that will display it for the user to take from him data or a number. And here cout line of start, just to separate the questions from the results. Cout the length of the string number is string.length, string1.length, because I want the length of the full name that I will insert. It's belong to string number 1. All right, it depends about the full name. It's give you the length or dot size whatever you want, all of them same. And here see out less than the concatenation of string 2 and string 3 is, I will take string 2 variable plus string 3 variable. It will do, the compiler will do for me concatenation between these two values that will take it from the user. It depends which number the user will insert it. The compiler will do for me concatenation, put the two numbers next to each other, not do sum, just do concatenation for them. All right. If I want to do math, for example, multiplication, first I will convert the string number 2 to stoi, to integer, and store it in S1. I will define integer data type, variable, for example, S1 that is represent string 2 and S2 that represent S3, or you can name it even S2, S3 as you want, and convert them to integer, the values of the variable string that we take it from the user. And after that, come here, print them as an integer. String 2 multiply, this is star asterisk, string 3, this line of code from string 2 multiply string 3, it will be displayed with the equal, it will be displayed as a text on the console screen, because string 2, we will take it from here, is text, is string. And these I write it hard code by myself, it's string, and string 3 is still string. But here and the equal also hard code I write by myself is string, is text, all of them this text. But here S1 multiply S2, it's already integer. S1 it's stored inside it the value of string 2, that it was string, but we already converted it to integer. So stored inside S1 variable that's belong to integer data type, the number. So we can now do math on these numbers and compare, take them as a number, not as a text or string. So S1 multiply S2, for example, if I enter here 5 and here 10, it should give me 50. Let's do run to this program to see how it's gonna work. Perfect. The compiler give us the first, or display for us the first question in our program. Please enter a string 1. I needed a full name because I use getline with this question. So Sam, Adam, space Adam, Alex. Press enter. Please enter string number 1, 5. Press enter. Please enter string number 2. Sorry, 3. 10. Perfect. Now the compiler print for us the result, or display the result for us. The line of star. The length of the string number 1 is 13, because the length of this name with the spaces, Sam space Adam space Alex, is 13. All right, with the spaces. The concatenation of string 2 and string 3 is 510. Why? Because the compiler take number 5 and stick it to number 10, put them next to each other. It doesn't do any math here, because he did concatenation, because both of these values of these variables, string 2 and string 3, are text string. But here, after we convert them to integer, 5 multiply 10, it gives us 50, because compiler takes them as a number. So that was the lesson of today, guys. We know what is a string, we take getline, you know what is cin.ignore. Cin.ignore, it's let us, or it's let the compiler avoid the press enter to not take from the user empty input, and we solve the homework together. So that was the lesson of today, guys. See you next lesson. Ciao.